found out I was banned from my sister's wedding by accident. Not from her. Not from my parents. From the florist, who called to confirm final payment details and casually mentioned the updated guest list. My name wasn't on it. At first, I thought it was a mistake. I had paid for everything. The venue deposit, the catering upgrades, the dress alterations, even the live band my sister insisted made the wedding feel expensive. I was the invisible sponsor, the reliable one, the backup wallet everyone pretended not to notice. Hey, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit the bell. Your support means everything and helps me keep creating. Thank you so much. When I asked my mother, she sighed the way she always did when I made things uncomfortable. She said it was simpler this way. My sister wanted a smaller ceremony. No drama. No distractions. Apparently, my presence counted as both. The word banned wasn't used out loud, but it hung in the air, heavy and final. I was told I'd understand. I was told to be mature. I was told not to ruin her big day. What hurt wasn't just being excluded. It was how normal it seemed to them, like this was the natural order of things. I paid. I stayed quiet. I smiled when asked. I disappeared when inconvenient. Over the next few days, messages poured in, not from my sister, but from vendors. Questions, confusion, contracts with my name on them, invoices addressed to me. I answered politely, said nothing, and kept notes. Every receipt, every agreement, every email confirming I was the sole payer. The more I read, the clearer it became. Without me, there was no wedding. Not the one she planned, at least. The final straw came when my sister posted her seating chart preview online. Friends tagged each other. Cousins commented. My parents were front and center. I wasn't listed anywhere, not even at a back table. It was like I had never existed, except my money still had. That night, I sat alone with my laptop open, scrolling through confirmations and payment schedules. I realized something important then. I had spent years trying to earn a place I was never meant to have. This wedding wasn't about family. It was about image. And I was only useful as long as I stayed invisible. So I stopped being invisible. I didn't argue. I didn't announce anything. I simply made a decision, quiet, precise, and long overdue. And by the time the wedding week arrived, everyone would finally understand exactly who they had pushed aside. The next morning, I started making calls. Not angry calls. Calm ones. Professional. The kind that don't raise alarms until it's already too late to fix anything. First was the venue. I thanked them for their patience and told them there had been a change in circumstances. I asked them to pull up the contract. My name was the only one on it. No co-signer. No secondary contact. I asked very politely what their cancellation policy was if the payer withdrew. They explained it clearly. Painful, yes, but survivable, especially for someone who wasn't paying. Then catering. Same process. Same tone. Same quiet pause on the other end when they realized who I was. The woman remembered me instantly. She thanked me again for upgrading the menu. I told her she could downgrade it back. Or cancel entirely. I let her choose the option that protected her business. She sounded relieved. She also sounded confused. I didn't explain. The band was next. They were disappointed, but professional. The dress alterations after that. Then the decorator. Then the transportation service. One by one, confirmations turned into cancellations or reversions to the bare minimum package my sister had originally claimed she didn't want. I didn't touch the church booking. That one wasn't in my name. Everything else was. By midweek, my phone started buzzing. First from my mother. Missed calls. Then messages. Why are vendors calling us? There must be some mistake. Your sister is stressed. This isn't the time for games. I didn't respond. My sister finally called that night. She didn't start with hello. She started with accusation. She asked what I thought I was doing. She said I was sabotaging her wedding. She said I was jealous. She said I was proving exactly why she hadn't wanted me there. I listened. I always listened. When she finished, I told her calmly that I hadn't sabotaged anything. I had simply stopped paying for an event I was not allowed to attend. I reminded her that she had asked for no distractions. I told her I was honoring that request. She laughed at first. Then she said I couldn't do that. She said everything was already arranged. I asked her whose name was on the contracts. She went quiet. Then she said our parents would fix this. They tried. My father called the next morning, voice tight and formal, like he was negotiating a business deal instead of talking to his child. He said family doesn't behave this way. I asked him if family bans family from weddings they fund. He said that wasn't the point. I told him it was the only point. My mother cried. Real tears or practiced ones, I couldn't tell anymore. She said my sister was humiliated, that relatives were asking questions, that people were starting to notice changes. I told her she should explain the truth. She said the truth would make us look bad. I said the truth already existed. I was just no longer hiding it. 2 days before the wedding, the cracks were impossible to ignore. The venue confirmed a smaller hall. The menu was reduced. The band canceled, replaced by a playlist. Decorations were minimal. Transportation was pending. Guests started messaging me directly. Some confused. Some curious. A few quietly supportive. I answered honestly, but briefly. I was uninvited. I withdrew my sponsorship. That sentence traveled faster than any rumor my sister had ever spread about me. By the eve of the wedding, my sister showed up at my door. She looked exhausted, makeup half done, eyes red. She didn't yell this time. She begged. She said we could talk. She said I could come, sit quietly, no scenes. She said she'd add my name back if I just fixed things. I looked at her and realized something painful and freeing at the same time. She didn't want me there. She wanted my money back. I told her no, not cruelly, not loudly, just no. I said I hoped her wedding was everything she wanted. I said I truly meant that. Then I closed the door. That night, I slept better than I had in years. Because for the first time, I wasn't paying to be erased. The wedding happened without me. I didn't see it in person. I saw it in fragments. A cousin's shaky video. A blurry photo someone deleted 5 minutes later. A caption that tried too hard to sound joyful. The room looked smaller. The smiles looked tighter. People whispered. Not loudly. Not cruelly. Just enough. Questions floated where congratulations should have been. Someone asked why the sister who paid for everything wasn't there. Someone else answered, "You don't want to know?" My parents didn't call that day. Neither did my sister. They waited a week. Then, too, when they finally reached out, the tone had changed. Softer. Careful. Like people testing thin ice. My mother said we should put everything behind us. My father said I'd made my point. My sister sent a message that started with, "I'm sorry if you felt hurt," and ended with a request to move forward. I didn't reply, because something had shifted and they felt it. They no longer decided my place at the table. They no longer controlled the story. They no longer benefited from my silence. I hadn't ruined a wedding. I had ended a pattern. Months later, I was invited to dinner. Proper invitation. Time. Place. Polite wording. I declined. Not out of anger.